Hello everyone, back again with movie and tune recap. Today, I'm going to explain an American supernatural horror film from 2017, titled Truth or Dare. Spoilers ahead, so watch out and take care. In 1983, Donna Boone tells her friend, Johnny Milsner, to jump off the roof as part of a game of Truth or Dare. However, Johnny lost his footing and fell to his death before completing the dare. Traumatized, Donna went back inside and found a mysterious message on the mirror instructing her to pour acid on her head. She found the acid in a blue bucket, and in a misguided attempt to protect herself, Donna covered her head with a paste made of baking soda and water before pouring the acid on her head, completing the dare. In the present day, Carter Boyle invites his 7 friends, Tyler, Alex, Maddie, Luke, Jesse, Holt, and Addison, to a spooky house he found on a scary website for a Halloween getaway. Carter, a film student who documents their experience on camera, tells the group the dark history of the house. According to him, the house is haunted because 7 teenagers played Truth or Dare there in 1983, resulting in the gruesome deaths of all but one who survived, vanished without a trace. Carter convinces the group to play Truth or Dare, and they all gave in, writing questions and dares on note cards. As the game progresses, things take a dark turn when Maddie is asked if she had an affair with Tyler, Alex's boyfriend. Despite trying to deny it, a mysterious group text forces her to reveal the truth. Alex storms out of the room, furious, and Tyler angrily goes through the remaining cards, which now contain supernatural messages. He receives a dare to put his hands on a hot stove, with an ominous warning, "Do the dare, or the dare does you." Tyler accuses Carter of orchestrating the sinister game, but Carter denies any involvement, and Tyler quits the game before leaving the room. In the kitchen, while having a drink, a stove mysteriously turns on, and a chair moves supernaturally, knocking Tyler across the room and causing him to burn his hand on the hot stove. The group accuses Carter of fabricating everything, which he vehemently denies. An old-fashioned television suddenly turns on, displaying a warning. The group has 48 hours to complete 3 rounds of the game. They try to leave, but the doors and windows close, trapping them inside. The group attempts to call for help using their cell phones, but they discover there's no signal. Jessie, a vegan, is dared to eat Tyler's burnt skin from the stove. Reluctant at first, she eventually complies. After eating one piece, the phone rings with a message telling her to eat all of it.
All of it.
The group tries to leave again, but they saw a note in another room which reads, "Finish the game." Realizing they can't escape, the group decides to play the game, and Holt is dared to grab onto exposed wiring. Carter rushes at him with a blanket to push him away from the wires, saving his life. Whenever they do the dare wrong, the lights in the room begin to flicker. Luke is dared to smash his knee with a baseball bat, which falls from the stairs, and Carter does it for him. Addison, who has had enough, tries to leave, but note cards fall from above. When asked if she's an addict, Addison insists she isn't, but she is called a liar. Addison tries to leave the house again, however, a mysterious force shoves her off the porch and onto an exposed pipe, killing her. At the hospital, the group attempts to recount their terrifying experience to the police, but their story is met with skepticism. They even try to show the police the videos they recorded, but mysteriously, there's no footage to be found. After treating Luke's broken leg, the friends leave the hospital and go their separate ways. The next day, while browsing through Addison's photos on his laptop, Carter notices something strange. His camera's viewfinder is moving on its own. When he checks the camera, he sees a ghostly apparition disguised as Addison in his dorm room, daring him to hang himself for 2 minutes. A noose suddenly drops from the ceiling, and Carter tries to flee, but the ghost and noose ensnare him, hanging him once the time runs out. After receiving a live stream of the dare, Alex, Maddie, Tyler, and Holt rush to Carter's room, but they're unable to open the door in time, and Carter tragically dies. The 4 friends then see a message announcing the start of round 2. Soon after, paramedics arrive and take away Carter's body, with many people assuming he died by suicide. However, Alex tries to explain that Carter was murdered, and it wasn't a suicide. Meanwhile, Alex delves into the haunted history of the house and discovers Donna Boone, the sole survivor of the 1983 Truth or Dare game. The group visits Donna's residence, where she reveals that the demon driving the game feeds on fear and pain. She warns them that they must complete the game within the house to survive. Donna also suggests that they share their dares with each other to outsmart the demon and potentially escape alive. In his bedroom, while going through a magazine, Luke receives a dare to rob a gas station, and a gun mysteriously appears on his bed. He reluctantly drives to the gas station with Jesse in the passenger seat and attempts the robbery. However, when he's distracted, the cashier grabs a shotgun, and during the struggle, the cashier kills Luke. Shocked, Jesse speeds away from the gas station and calls Alex to report what happened, and Alex tells her to meet them at the Charon house. Once again, the group gathers at the house, and while inside, Tyler receives a dare to drink a liquid poison. He shares the dare with the others, and they all first drink soda, then drink the poison and vomit it up, completing the dare. Maddie is distracted by a piano playing in another room and receives a dare to pull 2 teeth out. Tyler, who is a medical student, extracts 1 tooth from Maddie and 1 from himself, completing the dare just in time. Alex receives a dare to play 3 rounds of Russian roulette. She survived the first 2 rounds, but in the 3rd round, Tyler fatally shoots himself in the head, leaving the group in horror and grief. While washing his face in the bathroom, Holt receives a dare to be run over by a car. He confesses to the others that he once paralyzed someone in a hit-and-run accident, but escaped without consequence. They rush out and Jesse tries to run over Holt's foot, but the car won't start. When Holt opens the hood to fix the starter, the hood slams shut on his hand, and time runs out. The car, seemingly driving itself, pulls Holt in reverse until he falls, then runs him over, crushing him to death. As the group heads back into the house, Alex realizes that the spirit is punishing them for their obsessions and sins, each of which is connected to a dark secret from their past. The group's attention is drawn to an old record player that starts playing, and Jessie receives a dare to chain herself to a pipe in the cellar. As she hesitates, the cellar door opens, and her friends rush to help her. However, Jessie gets trapped inside, and before she can escape, she's devoured by a massive swarm of cockroaches, as time runs out. As round 3 begins, Maddie receives a phone call instructing her and Alex to remove 7 living body parts. They reluctantly comply, removing an eyelash, hair, a fingernail, an earlobe, a finger, and a toe. For the final part, Alex chops off Maddie's foot with a cleaver. After completing the dare, they rush to the hospital, but a message appears on the car's GPS with Alex's final dare: kill her. Maddie begs Alex to end her life, but Alex refuses and intentionally crashes the car into a tree. The movie concludes with an unknown survivor gasping for air as the screen fades to black. Okay guys, that's all the recap about Truth or Dare from 2017. Thanks for watching, see you again in the next video.